Hello everybody, my name is RV Last and today I just want to talk right now. It's one of those talking videos that I usually do or don't do. I don't know, I never really do much of those things. Anyway, camcorder is a little bit far, but you know what, we're gonna work with it. So, major announcement, Trails of Cold Steel 3 trailer, or Senno Kiseki 3 trailer finally dropped just yesterday. Well, it's today for me, but it will be yesterday when this video finally comes out because, well, 2 videos a day and all that stuff. So the game finally came out and there were a lot of things that actually did drop revelation wise, like say I kind of want to do a react video on it, but I decided nah, let's not. I don't know. I was like skeptical of doing a react video on it. But anyway, first of all, we actually have a few things. One is that Trails of Cold Steel will take place 1 year and 6 months ever since the Civil War ended in Cold Steel 2. By the way, spoilers alert on this one, alright? So, if you have not played Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2, please do not watch this video because there are so many spoilers in this video that I'm like, I want to try explaining it as much as possible to the new people, but at the same time, it's like, nope. Anyway, so first things first. Like I said, the Civil War has finally ended. Rean Schwarzer, our protagonist, is still our protagonist in this game compared to, say, Estelle, who got demoted to extra by the third. Rean is still the protagonist, making him the first protagonist of the Kiseki series or the Trail series to have 3 games on his belt. He's now the Ashen Chevalier, or Ashen Knight, I believe in Japanese. I don't know, but yeah, we're going for French. Ashen Chevalier. Crossbell's now part of the Erebonian Empire, and apparently, according to some North Ambria, which was not translated as North Ambria, which is kind of weird because Falcom's already been exceeds translation, so that it will be more consistent now. It was rendered as Northern Umbria or something like that. There will be an image there somewhere where there will be an image in this video where I'll probably just point it out or something like that. Anyway, one of the biggest surprises probably was that Aurelia Le Guin, who was a fairly antagonistic, but she wasn't really an antagonist in a way. Basically, she was opposing you, or well, opposing the Imperial Army. You were basically a third faction, so you kind of didn't really. In fact, you didn't even cross roads with her, except for only one moment at Legram, after which she barely even appears. Surprisingly enough, she is playable. She was at least confirmed to be playable. She was at least confirmed to join your party. She was at least confirmed to join you at some point in the game. Because of their lineup. There was that 15-second trailer where she's posing along with you, fighting off against Ariane Hod and the Stahlritter. So at this point you're going, okay, is she going to be playable or not? Or fans were debating about it. Cue this trailer and basically, yes, she is playable, which is very surprising because nobody really expected that. Another thing I want to point out is that Muse, when she first appeared, people already were forming theories, and personally I have so many alarms ringing in my head right now for Muse because anybody who does things like that is very, very suspicious, I'd say, especially in this entire series, because this series, you just can't trust anybody in this series until the end of the game. You can't even trust your own main protagonist like that. Or at least one of the 2 protagonists with Estelle and Joshua. You couldn't even trust Joshua with him being an Ouroboros member, the 10th Enforcer, Black Fang. So there was already that issue. There was also a reveal trailer where McBurn and Campanella are both boss fights. There was also quite a bit of people who were also confirmed in this trailer. Oliver Reiser Arner and his Olivier Lenheim clothing will also be playable. Theo was actually confirmed to be playable. There was only a short it's a kind of a blink and you'll miss it unless you were looking for it. But she's actually confirmed to be playable with her Eidolon, or is that the right term? Eidolon gear? I don't remember. Anyway, so she's finally confirmed. Agate's Dragon Dive is finally animated for the first time. Probably one of the most hypest moments, however, of that trailer was the train top. Actually, there were quite a bit. Actually, all of it really realistically was. But Fee versus Shirley in atop the train. Derflinger, I believe is the name, which for the first time was animated much better than what we got with the Laura versus Fee fight that we got in Cold Steel 1. That was actually an improvement in the animation. I mean, how improved it is, I have no idea yet. Well, I mean, we have no idea, but it's a lot more improved than what we got in the first game. So I rate that at least. There was also that animation, the anime style animation. I don't know how to say that. Basically, they animated Azure Siegfried, who realistically is just a back from the dead crow, versus Reen, who obviously there's that cliche where he runs through these bullets and basically just dives into him, which I could actually think of only one other. Well, maybe there's quite a bit of them that do that posing as well, so it's not like exactly the, I wouldn't say it's copyrighted, but it's, or the samey or anything like that. I mean, there's some similarities there. Anyway, though, for the first time since the Evo series, we actually have an animation, so that's actually pretty good. What else was there? Now we finally get to know who Yuna was shouting when the entire "give me back crossbell" and all that stuff. It's Reen. It was kind of expected, honestly, but there were people who actually were thinking it was Rufus. Speaking of Rufus, all 4 Ironbloods actually, the ones that are revealed so far, Claire, Milliam, Rufus, and Lecter are finally Arcus linking with each other, and somehow there's also these weird stars on Claire and Milliam. But either way, this is like also the first time Lecter is finally going to be fighting for real or something like that. I don't know if they're going to be boss fights we, the players, will have to fight against, or they're just fighting off somebody else. Who knows, realistically. Although, most people just bet on the fact that it's probably going to be a boss fight for us, because with the 4 Ironbloods and Lecter's finally actually going to do much more than before. Hell yes! I mean, the guy's suspicious enough as is, so there's that. Alright. You know, one of the biggest kind of was hoping was that they also reveal Reen's S-Crafts. I mean, they did reveal Fee's new S-Craft where, or at least part of it, where she somehow she catches her gun daggers. I'll just call them gun daggers from now on, because it's a gun dagger, realistically. It's just it's a gun with a short dagger on top. So anyway, she catches the gun daggers and starts firing a barrage. So there's that. Anyway, the S-Crafts from Reen. I'm kind of surprised they did not reveal anything new from there. Though they did reveal that Ogre Reen, I was gonna say Punished Reen, thanks for Chan, I hate you right now. Anyway, Ogre Reen is actually going to be playable at some point, which it was kind of expected, but they did reveal at some point that Reen was going out of control during the initial reveal. So who knows if we'll get some fluctuations or later on, which kind of leads me to my next point of why McBurn wants to fight Reen, because apparently for some reason Victor's already irrelevant to McBurn. Who knows why? Realistically, I mean, Papa Arcade's pretty badass, and for some reason, McBurn's like, nope, he's nothing for me, and he expects that Reen is going. I guess to be fair, if he really wants just pure power, I guess. I mean, Papa Arcade to him is basically that weak but very very skilled guy, and McBurn really just wants to power through, which I guess kind of, in a way, is kind of understandable, but also kind of reveals that Victor was already being impatient. So, well, that was already revealed with character reveals. Meanwhile, Roselia, or Red Moon Rose, realistically, is somehow I didn't really picture as a kind of a lolly. I was kind of expecting her at least somewhat teenager-sized character, or at least someone at Reen's height, or maybe Laura's height. For some reason, I didn't picture her as a lolly, so there was that. Anyway, somehow she's biting, or at least attempting to bite Reen's neck, suggesting that she is a vampire. So, and well, to be fair, Red Moon Rose was confirmed to be a vampire if you've read the series and the in-game book, I mean, from Cold Steel 1. So if you never read that one, then we highly recommend that you start reading that thing, because just like Carnelia, where it reveals basically Einzelnate in the 3rd, and Toval was revealed in the manga and later on Cold Steel 1 and 2. Highly recommend read that one, because this is probably going to be very important. It might actually implicate that Reen might be either a vampire or the descendant of Red Moon Rose's friend. I don't remember his name. That's also going to be a thing. Okay, so one more thing before I actually end this video here. My biggest question is, or well, one of the big, well, I wouldn't say it's the biggest question, but it's a real question, honestly. Am I actually going to play it whenever the game finally comes out? And the answer is yes, I actually will. I actually have the game pre-ordered, and I actually took a week's worth of vacation days. So unless the game gets delayed, which at this point is highly unlikely, but it still can happen. And I would be very disappointed if it did. If the game got delayed, then yeah, like I said, I'd be very, very disappointed. I think we should be good to go, and I will be live streaming the game. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it on time, because because it gets released on the 28th, and there's like bills to pay when the first comes in and all that stuff. So there's also that. But anyway, I will be live streaming the game. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it within 18 hours worth, which means I would probably be grinding throughout that week, maybe even earlier than that, basically, just so I can get those videos out of the way, so we can finally get Trails of Cold Steel 3 or Send of Kiseki 3, and yeah, we will be very, very happy and content. That's pretty much my game. Yeah, the game costs 7,200 yen. So there's also, I mean, there's no taxes. So I mean, if you go order it at the PlayStation Network, then yeah, it's flat 7,200. It's good to go. Buy the cards at PlayAsia or whichever website you go to. I use PlayAsia because I don't know. I realized I have no idea. I could have probably gotten it cheaper at eBay, or put in codes like 10% off and stuff like that. But whatever. Who cares? I mean, I probably would, because that would have saved me some money. Anyway, so the game's out. Well, the game will be out on the 28th of September, so there is something to look forward to. And we'll actually have a really, either this is going to be the make or break it. Well, realistically, Cold Steel 3 is the make or break it for the series. I mean, if it doesn't make it, then that can close down for all we care. But hopefully, but with the way people are treating the Cold Steel series right now, or the Kiseki series right now, for Japan, it's kind of up there. And the West is actually starting to gain traction of that series because of what happened with Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2. Green and Crow shipping notwithstanding. Let's be honest, the bonding system was worthless. Whose bright idea was that bonding system? I have no idea. I mean, I guess it was supposed to be for a harem shenanigans. Actually, I don't even know if we're getting any bonding system for this game. We may not, who knows. I mean, the game already has so many playable characters enough as is. We got Green and the new Class 7, Muse, Ash Carbide, the old Class 7, which was an addition, which is now an additional 9, sorry. So that's 15 characters. Sarah, Aurelia Legwin was confirmed. Agate is confirmed. Tita is confirmed with her Orbital gear. Oliver Dreiser Arner is confirmed. Who else? Tio was confirmed. So maybe Angelica. Maybe Towa. We have no idea if Randy will be. Hopefully he will be, but we have no idea at this point. Maybe Sharon as well, because Sharon was playable. We don't even know if Vita is even going to be playable, because she was playable in Cold Steel 2 for a very limited portion of the game, which is pretty much just the last dungeon, and only with the usage of the Phantasma mirrors, I believe. Yeah, Phantasma mirrors. I don't remember the exact name, but it's something like that. And who knows if we'll even get Lloyd and Risha, because they were teased in Cold Steel 2 after all. So recycling assets, well, I wouldn't say recycle assets, because, well, the game's already high def actually compared to what we got in Cold Steel 1 and 2, which was quality wise. So yeah, PlayStation 4, hopefully it will come out, well, once it gets out here in the United States, hopefully it will come out on Steam. That's pretty much what I'm going to be looking forward to. If it does come out on Steam, yay. How we're going to get any bonding events, however, for that game, we have no idea. None of us have any idea at this point in time. Yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for me today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check the trailer out for yourself. It's going to be down in the description down below. And thank you, Falcom, for the hype, because literally the hype was way off the charts, honestly, at this point. Like, I mean, a lot of people really hyped up for the third game, and at this point, the hype is just insane right now. I mean, I have to talk low because neighbors and everything, and I still haven't installed the soundproofing system at this point. I still gotta ask the bosses whether I could actually, or at least the owners of this apartment, whether I could install it. And you know me, I'm a lazy man, and that's gonna be a while. Although I've cleaned up for myself for quite some. I've cleaned up the area now, so it's not as messy as before. There's also that. Anyway, guys, this is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and watch the trailer for yourself. Like I said, it's gonna be down in the description down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.